What's good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we get started, I gotta say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I put together a very unique and special build, which I'm calling the 3-and-D Playmaker. Now, this build is going to come out to a 3-and-D threat out of the small forward position, and out of all NBA players, it's going to be reminding me of Miles Bridges. Now, as far as for this one today, when it comes to our attributes, we'll get a 99 plus when it comes towards our perimeter defense, steal, block, and stamina. Now, we'll also be able to get some of the upgraded dunk packages as well as pro dribble moves. Now, this build overall, I gotta tell ya, it's a very versatile ball handler, very shifty and an elite defender, but can also carry the load on the offensive hand if this build is put in the right hands. So look, before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with the response. So the first thing that we're going to do to get started with this build is put it under the small forward position. Let's leave this at the height of 6'7", drop our weight down to 196, and then when it comes to our wingspan, let's go ahead and max this to 7'4", and from here we should all be set to move forward into the rest of this build. So the first area that I do want to get into is going to be the physicals. So as for the speed, let's go ahead and put this all the way up to an 83. Getting into our acceleration, I like this best at an 80. And then for the strength, let's go ahead and put this to a 74. Moving into the vertical, I like this best at a 76. And then for the stamina, I decided to go with a 99. Now remember, from the Gatorade workouts you get a +4. We still maintain the 99 stamina. We have that 80 vertical, 78 strength, 84 acceleration with an 87 speed. Already you can tell this build is definitely strong on the physicals, very balanced. So let's go ahead and start with the defensive end. So as for that defensive rebound, I'm going to go ahead and put this all the way up to an 83. Getting into the offensive side, I like this best at a 69. And then for that block, I'm going to go ahead and put this to an 87. As for when it comes to the steal, I decided to put this to a 96. Very overpowered. And then for the perimeter defense, let's go with a 94. Now for that interior, I think this is going to be best at a 74. And this is what today's build is going to be looking like for the defensive end. You can definitely see where this build gets its name from. Overpowered, can guard any position 1 through 5, especially at the top of the perimeter. A little bit of rebounding as well. Let's go ahead and get into the badges later. As for the playmaking, go ahead and put our pass accuracy all the way up to a 77. Getting into my ball handle, I like this best at a 70. And then for that speed with the ball, leave this at a 41. Now we'll be able to get some of the pro upgraded dribble packages, and the pass accuracy with boost will make a huge difference in the rec and the 5s. So from here, let's go ahead and dig a little bit deeper into the offensive area. As for that mid-range shot, I'm going to put this all the way up to a 64. As for when it comes to the three-pointer, I like this best at a 79. And then for that free throw, I'm going to go with a 72. Now, as you can see, we're definitely going to be effective from range. If you consider activating your takeover and bind boost and wearing gear, that's going to make a huge difference towards our offensive stats. Now from here, let's go ahead and fix a few things. Make sure you put that close shot to a 37. Now from here, it will change a few different areas. Make sure you maintain everything as is when I move forward. As for when it comes to the driving layup, I'm going to go with a 57. 77 when it comes to our driving dunk. And then for the rest of today's build, this is what we're going to be looking like. Maxed out at 99 overall, we'll also be able to get some of the upgraded dunk packages. The badges that catch my eye are going to be Bronze Pro Touch, you'll also be able to get Aerial Wizard. We do get Bunny, Slithery. A lot of these badges are very important when it comes to today's build. Now I'm very happy that we're at least able to maintain Bronze Posterizer, Precision Dunker with Silver Aerial Wizard, Spin Cycle on the gold tier with Silver 2-Step. Now as we get into the rest of the offensive build, as you can see, we get Silver Blinders, Catch and Shoot, Deadeye, Green Machine with Space Crater. I do like Spot Finder, pairing that up with Guard Up, Midi Magician, Silver Open Looks, and again Whistle. Now for that 3-point shot, we're going to get badges like Catch and Shoot, also going to be able to get Agent 3 on the Bronze tier. Now I think these badges are the most effective when it comes to your shooting, especially that we have them on the Silver tier. That gives us an even bigger boost. At least having bronze free points on this tier is going to be more than enough. As for that pass accuracy, the badges that I like are Needle Threader. We also get Touch Passer, Relay Passer, Special Delivery, Break Starter, and Post Playmaker. Now for the ball handle, this is what makes the build very special. You've seen just how smoothly and quick we can move. The badges that I like most are Handles for Days, Unpluckable of course, but then we get Ankle Breaker, Physical Handles on the Silver tier with Triple Strike. Now let's wrap everything up on the defensive side. So as you can see, we get Hall of Fame Workhorse, also going to be able to get Silver Anchor. Then from there, we get Post, Lockdown on the Bronze tier. Now for the perimeter, we'll also be able to get Gold Clamps, Hall of Fame 94 Feet, Ankle Braces, Challenger, Workhorse, and Off-Ball Pass with Gold Pick Dodger, and Fast Feet. Now defending over screens and the perimeter, I think this is going to be the perfect lockdown defender to lock any offense up. Now for the steal, we get Gold Glove, Hall of Fame Interceptor, and Right Stick Gripper. These make a huge impact on today's build, my personal favorite badges. Then for the block, we get Silver Anchor, Puggle Stick, and Chase Down Artist. And then for the rebounding, we'll get badges like Silver Box Out Beast, Post Playmaker, and Rebound Chaser. I think you're set in store for one of the best all-around builds that you can make if you need a lockdown defender going into Season 4. This is going to be the build that you want to create. Now before we move further, if there's anything that you would possibly do to change or make this build even better, I want to know your thoughts and your opinions down below in the comment section, and I most definitely will get back to y'all with a response. So from here, let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made this build correctly. Now we should be getting these 3 different comparisons, and as y'all can see, together we have created none other than the 3-and-D Playmaker threat build. Now thank y'all so much for those of you who stuck around to the end. Add everything up of what I previously mentioned in your takeover, boost, gear, and playing well throughout each game to see the true and full potential of today's build. Now God bless y'all, and before we get out of here, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.